Kind of sums it up what a lot of people think of my videos. But here I am in my garage, whole load of stuff and boxes from our move. A lot of that is tools and decorating stuff that are all in them boxes that I need to get all sorted out, and this space literally cleared so I can have a toolbox with all my tools nicely stored in. Some nice shelving so I can have stuff up. I've got an old heater there that needs to get putting up and get sorted. And this is a new contraption that I've got. A new snow foam thing. It's much stronger, better. It's a cast brass one this time. The last one that I had was quite a flimsy thing that I had with my pressure washer, and it ended up breaking quite quickly. But here's the bike. Been put up for winter so that I can actually get some jobs done on it this year. Because usually I've been riding throughout the whole year, even during winter, and not giving my bike a chance to give it some TLC. One thing I was thinking of doing eventually, I'll probably get round to it one day, is taking off the whole rear subframe, because some of the paint has been flaking a bit there. It's annoying, but it's not something that is gonna, suddenly become a problem overnight. My tyres are interesting though. Down on my tyre, if I can find a bit where there, my tyre indicate a bit of the depth of the tread on the edges here, and that it's actually coming quite close to the legal limit, but on the middle of the tyre it's still got quite nice thick tread. Go figure. Of my level of riding and the kind of roads that I do, because you've probably seen a lot of my videos. I'm going on country roads, so I'm literally throwing it around mucky old twisty country lanes, and yeah, I get to scrub the tyre quite close to the edge there, and it spends a lot of time on the edge. But yeah, I've got all my fairings off. I'm going to get my fairing sprayed. Let me show you the damage that was done. You've probably seen before and things. It's really mucky. I'm going to need to give it a clean, so it needs all this muck cleaning off it and then sending to sprayer people to get fixed. There's a little bit of damage on this other fairing panel that I was probably saying in my last vlog that I ended up running over a house brick and it cracking the bottom bit of the fairing, well, my other flipping fairing, and that it's cracked the bottom bits off the underneath part. And even this fairing panels, it's I don't know if you can see on the video, you probably can't, but it's a little bit twisted as well because of heat from the exhaust, which is a bit odd. Why would they put the exhaust so close to a plastic fairing? But I'm going to try and get that fixed and sorted as well. So get this resprayed up for the spring, get that fixed as well. I probably might do that myself and get things sorted. Now I have been, where are we going? Going to get my coolant changed, and one coolant that I've got in my bike at the moment is some Evans waterless coolant, which is this stuff. Power Sports. It's meant to improve, like it says, fuel burn there, maximise BHP, which we all love that, and eliminate boil over. Because it's not water based, if the bike gets extremely hot, water expands, turns to steam, and that's what can end up cracking your cylinder head, because water expanding, if it's going well over boiling point, it can end up cracking. A lot of people go, oh, just have normal coolant. But this bike, this Sprint ST, in the summer, if you're standing in traffic and you're just on tick over, it soon gets really hot, this engine. I don't know why. A lot of people who have got Sprint STs complain about it getting really hot. So I'm going to try to do something about it. Give it a good old flush out. Now they give you this prep fluid. Now this prep fluid here is mainly for when you're changing from normal coolant, water-based coolant, to the Evans coolant. And what it does, it's meant to get rid of all of the scale, everything like that, and eliminate any water. It gathers up any residual water in the coolant system and meant to flush it out. Now, on the read up for this, for the instructions, it says drain existing coolant from the engine and then give it start up a run for a short time to normal operating temperature, and then allow to cool, and then drain, which is what I did last time. Now I don't think that's probably enough, so what I'm probably going to do this time is fill it up with this prep fluid and give it a good flush out. I'll probably do it with a good flush out with the old pipes, because I'm going to change the pipes. I'll show you those in a minute. Gonna flush it out with the old coolant pipes on, and take it for a little run, probably about 5-6 miles, something like that, to get it all nice and warmed up, flush through, and then I'll come back, let it cool down, and then drain it out. Now they say let it cool down and that, so you don't scald yourself on really hot liquid coming out of your bike, because like boiling water out of a kettle, you don't want that on your skin, because it's going to blister your skin up and it's going to be painful and hurt. So that's why they recommend letting your bike cool down, you know, so it's mildly warm. You don't have to let it cool down like overnight kind of thing, so it's absolutely stone cold, but just let it cool down so it is not boiling, scalding hot, that you're going to cause yourself an injury when you're doing that. And it's the same with like doing your engine oil. When you change your engine oil, don't change your engine oil when the engine oil is really hot. If you do, be very, very careful, because again, engine oil is going to be incredibly hot and you can scald yourself on it. Now, coming around this side, I'll show you my stuff. I've got some Samco hoses, Samco clips. When I bought these hoses that I've got, it's a little bit empty, this bag, because I'll show you in a sec. I didn't get the clips. It came with some standard clips, and they looked a little bit kind of cheap and flimsy and old, you know, just cheap clips. So I thought, right, okay, I'll get some more decent solid Samco hose clips, and that to go with the Samco hoses, because if I'm paying money to get a Samco hoses, I might as well get the flipping clips with it as well. So that's what I'm doing. So here's the side of the engine. It's just this side, this left hand side of the bike, that you end up needing to do all the hoses, and I've put all the hoses in rough place and that to see that I've got all the right ones and they're going to be all the right length. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 hoses there to replace. It doesn't actually come with this one, which is one that I was looking at replacing. That goes to the expansion tank. Is it light enough in here? Let me get my other light. Yeah, there we go. That brings some more light onto the scene. That's better, isn't it? So my expansion tank there, this pipe's a little bit kinked. Can I put that on the floor? Might still shine up. Give me some light a little bit. And it's can we see there? It's a little bit kinked here. So I don't know what to do with this, whether to just stretch it out a bit more or what. But this is basically just an overflow drain back in. It just sucks more fluid into the system if it needs it, out of the expansion tank, and also fills it back up again if needs be. But I was thinking of possibly taking this off and giving it a clean out, to make sure there's no kind of like muck and stuff that's in the expansion tank that you flush through, and give everything a really good flush out. So yeah, that's pretty much it at the moment. As I say, it's just this left hand side that I need to do. Looks pretty much a straightforward job that anyone can do. I was just wondering, with all the crash protection, how easy it was going to be to get in there, but it seems like I should be able to get in there and get those clips and get the hoses off quite easily without having to faff with the crash protection system, because it ended up being a pain last time on doing my clutch. If you had a look at my clutch video, I had to actually take the crash protection off at least by one bolt just to push it down and suspend the engine up. I had to hold the engine up with a brace just to make sure it doesn't twist funny on the frame of the bike and snap your frame, because that'll be the bike written off then. To get the clutch cover thing off, which is a pain in the backside that was to do, because I had to get the right bolt, and they're done up quite tightly, those bolts, because they go right through the crash protection, right through the frame, and fix themselves right to the engine as well. So don't just take those off without thinking. Remember, your engine is going to be incredibly heavy, especially if it's got all the oil in, got all the coolant in, and you don't want to be taking out bolts and then all of a sudden your engine twists on the frame, and then you hear this crack, and then think, what's that? And then realise that the frame, the other side, the mounting bits have cracked off, like any of these mounting bits to the frame and stuff like that. That would really mess my day up. And the bike needs a good wash as well, so get off all that muck and grit and that over the months that it's built up, and give it a right good old clean. Steaming up a little bit there, so we'll finish on the Triumph logo and say goodbye. Like and subscribe this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll be doing another video again once I've got the pipes on and done a little flush out, and we'll see how it looks, and also eventually my fairing getting resprayed. So see you again in the next video. Bye bye.